Hey.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. No,
okay. Oh, God damn it.
No,
Well, I've used my phone with this StreamYard before, and
ladies and gentlemen, we were late, and that's on me. So, without any further delay, we are going to start the show. Thank you so much for being patient. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Now, the delay is my fault. I had a family member call literally before we had to go live. So that is on me. We're going to change the layout like we usually do. So, yes, the little behind the scene thing you saw, that's definitely on me. I'm still learning this podcast thing seriously. So, it makes it a lot more fun that way.
Part.
No, Nadine, do what you have to do. I'll mute you for a real quick second. No, I was running late, and then of course it kind of caused you to run late. So this is the way it is. I'll just let everybody know what we're talking about tonight, and then we'll bring you in. And also, I'm going to jump on Twitter and retweet it. So, what we're going to be talking about tonight, we have a few topics for everybody to talk about. One topic is going to be Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy. There's a lot of stuff going on with Jack Murphy. We're not going to spin our tires too much on that. We're just going to kind of touch base with that. We're going to talk about the newest episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And we'll talk about Spider-Man, the very new Spider-Man. And then, of course, we'll talk about January 6th briefly. And we're also going to talk about the best foods to eat when you've got COVID. So that's without any further delay. I would like to introduce my podcast partner, who I made late because I was late. Nadine is here. Thanks for.
It's okay.
No. Look, these are small little things that we're gonna go through, and it's gonna be funny as hell. So,
Awesome.
Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first podcast of the new year.
It is. And we're still in the first week? Today was a week today.
It is literally a week today. So let me jump on Twitter here and read.
I think that's good now.
This probably would have went better had I been more prepared. I blame me.
I literally choked on a cold French fry right before I came up here. So I had a mouthful. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm choking. I had a mouthful of cold French fries because I'm shoving them in my mouth, and then it tickled my tonsil, and I'm I don't want to spit it out because I'm hungry.
And that's what Jack Murphy calls Friday night. I'm gonna have to stop. I was so bad last night. I was on the Jack Murphy jokes. They write themselves. They write themselves, and I don't know if you follow this, and I most of the time you probably have not. So
no, I've seen some things, but I'm like, I don't even like know who he was. So
yeah, no, I figured that's what it was. It'll here. I just retweeted that, so they should be able to see you in the tag.
Okay.
Yeah. My jokes are so great. She's crying.
Yeah.
Or she's trying
all
to
of a
escape.
sudden.
She's trying to escape. She's like, get me out of here with this guy. So how was your Christmas and your New Year?
Christmas, I spent the day in the hospital. So
I definitely saw that. Look, we're appendix buddies because you know what? That little bugger is kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So it was during the day, Christmas Eve. Well, that the night before, like I had like 6 pieces of pizza that day and a bottle of wine, and I was like, oh, my stomach just kind of feels eh. And then all day, all I wanted to do was make my ham that I wanted since Thanksgiving. And I was like, just trying to feel better. And then by like later on that night, I was like, all right, I guess I'll Google it. It's going to tell me that, I'm going to die. And so I saw the description of the pain and I was like, yep. So I called an ambulance and I went in the ambulance because I'm like, I'm not waiting in the waiting room. And then I got home like 8:00 Christmas night. Goodness. And then New Year's was good. Just laid back at home. Some family came over and just like hung out.
That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah. I'm glad that you're doing a lot better after everything that kind of happened. So, no, my Christmas and New Year's was uneventful. I obviously followed what you were going through, and I talked to you about it because I did go through that. Is when I was a lot younger. It's awful. It sucks. And sometimes I feel like being in the being sick for Christmas is just kind of a thing. So, but I'm glad you're doing better, and obviously
Thanks.
you're up and moving around, which is great. So,
yeah, I got it out. That was a Saturday, and then I went to work Tuesday.
Gotta love that the laparoscopic work. They used to have to like carve you open. They're just like, we're gonna dig down. It's like, oh no, that's why I have a scar.
And that's why I tell everybody too. I'm like, I don't know. I went like back to cosmetology school a week after I had a C-section. So I was like, I don't know. You just got to move around. Like if you're just laying around too much, it's not going to help.
No, it's definitely not. All right. So let's jump into the very first story. We're gonna make it something fun. Have you seen the new Spider-Man?
I have not. My son was just telling me about it, and I'm like, I keep looking for a stream, but there isn't one. So
well, you if you wanna climb into dark waters and maybe sail out, if you kind of catch my drift. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link. It may not be the best link, but I'll send you a link if because I know you've been. So this is an easy story. Nothing super huge. Nothing with a lot of spoilers. Since you have not seen it, but this is a nice story about how Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire snuck into the movie. That's right, from Cinema Blend. That time that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire snuck into a screening of Spider-Man No Way Home, which they are in. Of course, we all knew that. It's not really hard to see. Spider-Man No Way Home is the largest grossing movie of Sony's time. You okay?
Mm-hmm. Fry remnants.
Are you sure it's not the Megatron? You got the Megatron?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. Oh, despite the rumors, Andrew
that was Thanksgiving.
Oh, was it really? Are you messing around?
No, I'm absolutely sure. I didn't need anybody to tell me that it was true, but yeah.
Okay, well, if I get Megatron, I don't care. I'm over it. It's done. Where I'd be like, oh, I sneezed. I should go to the doctor. No,
No.
Despite the rumors, Andrew Garfield's appearance came as a surprise. No, it didn't. Given he was repeatedly denying his involvement. Look, they spoiled the crap out of that for months. But you can chalk that up to Marvel's ironclad secrecy. Not really. Having shared the same role as the Tick Tick Boom actor bonded with Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland while shooting the film, which obviously they're all three in. So I still can't believe it happened. I snuck into a theater on opening night and just watched with my baseball cap and my mask. In fact, I was also with Toby. Me and Toby snuck into a theater together and no one knew we were there. It was just really a beautiful thing to share together, and it was to find a brotherhood with Toby as well as with Tom, and the fact that we do share a very unique experience because they are the mainstream on-screen Spider-Man. So it's definitely awesome.
How did they sneak in though? Like what's
they had baseball caps and masks. So I mean, with a mask on, you can't see who anybody is.
Yeah, well, I mean, but on the same hand, that's just saying like, I don't know. I thought you couldn't really sneak into the movies anymore, but I guess it's possible.
Well, I mean, they bought a ticket, but they snuck in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought they just like, snuck it. You can't say they snuck in if they paid.
Well, like, I get. Well, they're not normal people. We're normal people. So if we sneak into the movie,
could just say they attended with the Gen Pop, like. Like they attended with the populace.
I mean, I could have said they went incognito.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I think that works better.
Yeah, that would probably definitely would have worked better.
But that's okay.
So, what have you heard about the new Spider-Man? You know, I know that
nothing. Well, wait. I don't know. My son was just telling me something before. Oh yeah, he was like, yeah. There's a hole in Peter Parker's wrist that his webs come out of, not that like thing that he uses. And I was like, yeah, okay. That's what I heard today. So
yeah, that's how it started.
I got an update from an 8-year-old.
You're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So just it's awesome to see that Spider-Man is doing crazy things at the box office. The whole pandemic box office is shattered. It has not opened in China, and it still sits at 1.3 billion dollars. If the last figure I saw, 1.3 billion dollars. So Spider-Man No Way Home was the highest at 1.1. So nice. Yeah, absolutely. Moving forward, because we're talking about the Coof, the Megatron variant, which is storming the world supposedly. We are going to talk about this. This is a little bit more lighthearted too, I hope. The 7 best foods to eat for Omicron symptoms. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm assuming I was assuming that chicken noodle soup is in there. I didn't know. So the Megatron variant caused the Coof numbers to skyrocket in the past weeks. Of course it is, because it's like 7 times more contagious. The United States hit a high record. We don't care. Health professionals are clear. The best way to alleviate Megatron symptoms is to get of course. Get the poke. Get the poke. And if you're already poked, get poke number 3. Yeah, you can suck your ass. If you end up sick with the Megatron, some symptoms appear. And may also YouTube. We're not doctors. We're just discussing an article from MSN Lifestyle. So go after them. It may become difficult to determine the type of foods to eat while you're feeling sick, especially if you don't feel like eating it at all. Isn't this like every cold ever? The flu?
Yeah.
You want to eat like toast. You want to eat.
Don't they tell you to eat the no, that's when you have like stomach issues. that brat diet. But yeah, just the same stuff like my gram used to give us, like chicken broth or you know,
like,
stuff
what?
like that.
People that
drink lots of water.
Yeah, and electrolytes because you're going to be dehydrated.
Yeah.
People that get these conditions, people who get Megatron and Dolta or the flu. I'm just going to shake my head. They said the flu.
Yeah. Well, I also enjoy when I see flu-like symptoms.
Yeah. Don't really have big appetites, says Robert G. Lahida, MD, PhD. Dr. Bob. Oh, he's Dr. Bob. Well,
Dr. Bob.
Who doesn't want to listen to Dr. Bob?
Right?
Director of the Institute. We got Saint Ravage in the chat, and he says, "Hail Nadine, hail Legion, hail to Saint Ravage. Thank you for stopping by.
We love you. Thank you."
And Saint Ravage said, "I would recommend eating lasagna. Sick, not sick, just eat lasagna." Well,
I think there you go.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Almost every major food group in there except like fruits.
Yeah, he is not wrong. I eat lasagna
and a cup of fruit cocktail.
That's a weird combination. That's a weird combination.
Well, no, like not together.
What? Well, I mean, you technically would be eating them together because I gotta take
lasagna and cranberry sauce.
Oh, good God! Oh, this is like God bless Phil. Phil TMNT. He's awesome, and apparently he puts ketchup on pizza. I'm like, that's different.
Oh, I mean, I know people who put like ranch on pizza.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think pizza I mean, if anything, I will put like mostly like garlic powder, not really garlic salt and oregano.
Yeah, well, I mean that definitely that definitely is a normal take. We got a retweet on Twitter. Just had to check that. Standing back, going back to the article.
Yes. What shall we eat?
I would go with Saint Ravage. I'd go with lasagna.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
is the article, does it have an ad for McDonald's on it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I am surprised they don't come up with like the Coof meal. They just had the Mariah Carey meal. So.
Yeah. What's really kind of funny is Saint Ravage. I love Phil. He's hilarious. Yes, he absolutely is. And we should actually be having Phil on the channel again, and possibly Tabitha, and into the into the booth. So we were probably going to be doing another possible Mandalorian. I keep saying that Book of Boba Fett stream. So director.
Did that start on Disney Plus?
Yes, it is on Disney Plus. Yeah, so it's easy to watch. Director of the Institute for Autoimmune and Rheumatic Disease at St. Joseph Health and author of Immunity Strong. Well, I mean, Dr. Bob sounds like he's got the credits. With Omicron, the throat is so sore. It's as though you have strep throat. Even liquids hurt. I would definitely agree with that. I've heard from people who have tested positive recently. They said that the worst part of it is their throat. It's kind of like having strep throat. So mine
was really sore, but that was mostly because like I just had like, it was like a really super bad sinus infection.
Okay.
Like the worst sinus infection ever. And then the sore throat was mostly from like just that like drainage.
Yes.
And then you can't sleep because like you can't breathe through your mouth because it hurts. You can't breathe through your nose because it hurts. So it's just a giant pain in the ass. But yeah, you just got to get a popsicle and like, that's another one of the things that we're going to be talking about.
I'm sorry. Hold on. The chat wants to see that again. What do you have to do with the popsicle?
You just take the popsicle and just keep it in there.
And this is why we have a podcast together. I'm going to tell you that right now, because this is
even if you're a dude, just do it where somebody can't see. I know gagging will hurt, but you want to like keep that area cold.
You got Satan Ravage dying.
I'm gonna have to take out my earbuds though, because I have to charge my phone.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
And it sucks because I can't hardly hear you without them. But
okay, I'll
trying here.
I will remove you temporarily while you readjust, and we'll bring her back. So you have to look at my ugly face. Just kidding. We are going to continue forward with the article. And when she jumps back in, we are going to bring her in. So the first thing you want to eat is yogurt. Really? Yogurt? That's like, okay. I'm not trying to sound like a smart ass, but yogurt, isn't that like very phlegmy? It's yogurt is cultured bacteria through dairy. Let me bring Nadine back and see if she is ready. You good?
Just about. I'm trying to hear you, so I'm trying to plug in my little speaker.
Oh, it's Baby Yoda.
I got him on my shirt today.
Oh wow. You know what? Why didn't I bring you on the Star Wars stream?
He always watches me. I have my stuffed one here.
Do you talk Star Wars?
I mean, sorta.
Well, shit. All right. Well, you're the hell, bleach yogurt. Yeah, it's like. Well.
I'm just gonna try something.
Okay. Well, I mean, there you go. She turned her camera off. She's good. She will be back. So we are going to venture into the land of yogurt, which of course sounds super delicious when you're not sick. One of the best foods you can eat to have. Oh, she's back.
Okay, I think I might be good.
Okay, yeah, no, you're definitely good.
See, now I can't hear you.
That's okay.
What is going on?
This is technical different. Was that like a Star Wars noise?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can't hear you, so I don't know what the deal is.
Okay. Just no, you're all right. I'll give you a second. I'm going to talk about yogurt because who doesn't like white stuff in their mouth?
Okay, hold on, let me try this again.
Oh, she can't hear me, so it's really funny that she isn't hearing the jokes. Yogurt, one of the best foods you can eat when you have the Megatron is yogurt. It's soft, cold, feels good on the throat, and packed with protein to keep you full. Okay. I've been suggesting that the best thing to do is probably eat yogurt and maybe some granola. What are you serious? Granola? Granola. My throat hurts, so let's get the granola. What the hell is I'm not even gonna just Dr. Bob. Says Dr. Bob, cut up some bananas for potassium as well and mix it in. But the bananas have to be small pieces because remember, it's going to be very, very difficult for people with Megatron to swallow. The bananas are going to be what's hard to swallow. Yeah. Saint Ravage. Granola on strep throat. Exactly. What in the blue hell are you talking about? Like, seriously, what the hell does that mean? Granola. Hey, it's Dr. Bob. He probably has a show somewhere. Oh, I can get up behind this one. Okay, ice cream. Number 2, ice cream. It may sound unconventional, but Dr. Bob says that it may sound unconventional. All right. I'm done. The stream's over. This is stupid. The world's retarded. Oh, I can't say retarded on YouTube. No, that's Twitch. Anyway, I don't care. Says that ice cream can actually be a stomach filler. That's easy to go down when you have an extremely sore throat. Yeah, because it numbs it, dude. What are you talking about? The other thing, if you don't have diabetes, if you got diabetes like I do, would be ice cream, something that will go past your throat in an easy way. Nadine is back. Nadine is back. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Nadine. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're coming through my little speaker now. I think I just had to leave and come back.
No, it's fine. It's all good. I'm glad.
5,000 cords here going on.
You're fine. It's all good. You are not. This is definitely not the first podcast to have this issue, and it definitely won't be the last. Trust me. I see people with 1 million subs who have camera issues every once in a while. So I want to fill you in on the previous because
granola on a sore throat is always going to be awesome.
Yeah, because if I've been suggesting that the thing to do is probably eat yogurt and maybe put some granola on the yogurt. Dr. Bob says, cut up some bananas for potassium as well and mix it in. But the bananas have to be small pieces because remember, it's going to be very difficult for people with Megatron to swallow. Like, wow. I am just the mic. I am going to turn. Okay. I think I avoided the echo you have. Okay, I think I got it. You had a small echo, but that was it. Anyway, so no, maybe not. Streamlabs. I don't blame you on this one. Okay, echo cancellation. That's
why I try to use the iPad.
No, you're okay. You're okay. You're good. Look, this is episode number 2. So we still have 5 people watching. God bless you, 5 people, by the way. Okay, so ice cream. Of course, it may sound unconventional. Let's marinate on that. I'll let Nadine say it's talk about ice cream being unconventional. We have a sore throat. Nadine, what do you think about that? I'm gonna put you full screen because really? No, actually I'm gonna put us full screen because there you go. I want to get the article out of there.
I mean, even as a kid, when you have a sore throat, and it's just putting your mouth
lie down. She's just gonna keep doing the sliding down thing. Oh, goodness gracious. Gotta swap cameras here. St. Ravish says it's not that bad. Having it slide down your throat. No, I have a feeling he's talking about something else. So we will not bar St. Ravish down with our rhetoric. Oh, it can actually be a stomach filler. That's easy to go down, and you have when you have an extremely sore throat. The other thing, if you don't have diabetes like I do, would be ice cream, something that will go past your throat in an easy way. How many ways are we going to talk about going past the throat? No, I'm being dead. Okay, St. Ravish says the echo isn't bad. Okay, appreciate it, man. How many ways are they going to talk about going down the throat? Like seriously. It says the other thing, if you don't have diabetes, would be ice cream, something that will go past your throat in an easy way. I mean, I don't know. Like, why is that a concern? When they were talking about granola in the last panel, I don't know. Dr. Bob's. I would trust you more than Dr. Bob. I'm gonna say that right now. You and your popsicle with the.
I have a lot of experience in to word this properly.
Popsicles.
While sick, because we never went, like, we didn't have health insurance when I was a kid, so it was like, home remedies, like, if you don't die and you survive, you're good to go.
No, that's definitely I can definitely understand that. So that it's just, things are weird nowadays. I don't know. Uh
Read an article to get told, like, how to deal with a sore throat.
well, Dr. Bob continues on because apparently he has all the answers. That provides you with glucose and also protein.
Protein from ice cream? Oh yeah, I guess milk or whatever.
So you will be able to at least keep some weight on. A lot of people who get Megatron are or certainly the dull version lose sometimes 20 to 30 pounds, and it's a big issue. I haven't heard that. I have not.
I mean,
Go ahead.
30 pounds in a week?
Yeah, I don't think I believe that.
I don't think so. There's no way.
Okay, this is the only one that I actually agree with. Beverages with electrolytes like Gatorade, Powerade. So we're gonna move on. What? That wasn't the seventh. What? Just like a random Amazon in the middle. Subscribe to Amazon and support my channel. It's just St. Rabbit says Dr. Bob really wants you to open your throat and slide it down.
He does.
What do you think about that?
Well, his name is Dr. Bob.
Well, I mean, it's the Jack Murphy way, but I'm not sure if it's right for everybody else. So
yeah, I think there's a select few people that might
all right. So number 4, soups and broths. That is definitely not a shock. So we are not going to really stick around on it. Protein shakes. Yeah, it would definitely soothe the throat. I can definitely get down with that. Vanilla milkshake, chocolate milkshake. I've talked to so many patients that have had Megatron. They all say the same thing. Oh, we need mild food. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to knock that. The only place I would probably say it may not be the best because it will coat your throat because it's thick, which is good, but at the same time, it would probably cause you to cough because it adds the phlegm to your already running throat. So you have that post nasal drip. Cruciferous vegetables. Well, sounds like Nadine's going to be farting. Well, I mean, it makes us all fart. So it's like, the first couple, I was just like, that's weird. But the rest of them, I'm okay with. So the last one.
Oh, look! Spaghetti!
What in what in the hell, St. Ravage? What in the hell? Are you serious? Where is he at? There it is. What did you know that we didn't?
Yeah. Look at that. They didn't specifically recommend lasagna, but they recommended an Italian.
I mean, it's pasta. It's sauce. It's meat. It's cheese. Like, I would not have thought that one out.
Just slide down your throat.
Oh, I like it. I like his attitude even more. St. Reverend, I told you so. Like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, that's funny. Pasta. When the virus starts to go away, Dr. Bob says you may have an increased appetite and desire to want to eat everything under the sun. Well, that's what I call Wednesday. I don't know what you're talking about. My natural indication would be to reach glucose rich foods. Dr. Bob says to look for foods that will keep you full and bump up the protein. I'll read that real. I'll display that soon, St. Ravage. Pasta with meat sauce, for example, can be a good meal for such craving. You can eat a nice dish of pasta, raise your blood sugars gently, but not over the top, says Dr. Bob. Make it a good nutritional meal with some bologna sauce. Okay. Bolognese? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what bolognese sauce is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. What is it? I can look it up. Hold on, I'll look it up. I can look it up. Well, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna trust you guys. That's one of my favorites. Dr. Bob, everybody. Dr. Bob. And St. Robert says I'm a genius. Well, you know what? You definitely weren't wrong, dude. You definitely were not wrong. So that's really awesome. That he's like lasagna. And I'm like, lasagna. What are you talking about? I mean, I eat lasagna all the time, but so how you doing over there? Okay. I think your mic is still a bit low for me, so I'm gonna crank it up about 10. Let me know in the chat if she's a little bit louder than I'm hearing. So
yeah, I'm kind of far away and I don't have to hear.
No, okay, no, that's definitely better. It's a little gravelly, but you know we can get around it. It's not a big deal. You sounded perfect with the earbuds in, but of course, you know.
I know I wasn't expecting to use my phone.
Well, you know, you got the kids. Shit happens. So.
Yes, I know.
All right, moving forward. Have you watched the Book of Boba Fett?
I didn't see any of them yet. No, I didn't know it was out. So I'll check it out.
St. Ravage says she is very low, but I can hear her. I did turn her up about 10 to 12 notches. I can hear her definitely better than I did. So let me know in the comments, man. We are not going to go into spoilers for the Book of Boba Fett. We are going to talk about it, but not go into spoilers. So, I did not really care for the first episode. It wasn't horrendous. It's not like I hated it, but I definitely had Star Wars fan gripes, you know, like super fan gripes. The second episode, I still had a couple of issues with, but it definitely was not something that broke the bank. So, without any further delay, we are going to hop into the Book of Boba Fett. Temuera Morrison and Ming-Na Wen break down the importance of Boba's rebirth, which I love both of them as actors. I think they do a great job. Obviously she's Agent May. You know, Ming-Na Wen has been in so much stuff, and she's always top notch. And he had a role, obviously, you know, earlier. So stars Temuera Morrison and Ming-Na Wen, who previously played the roles as Boba Fett and Fennec Shand on The Mandalorian, which I did love until they fired Gina Carano. Weighed in on the twist for Boba and the rebirth he experienced after forming his unlikely friendship with the Tuskens. That's not a spoiler. No, I didn't want to click on Joe Biden. This is why I archive everything, but I was running late, so I didn't have time to archive it. The training sequence with the Tuskens and the Sensei in particular established why Boba could do what he could do with his staff in the Mandalorian season 2, which I did like. I like the fact that they brought that continuity back. And we're a part of what have helped Boba Fett build his own new identity in flashbacks. I was okay with that too. Temuera Morrison also shared that the woman who played that Tusken Sensei was stunt performer Jonah Bennett, with whom he'd previously worked on Aquaman. Really? Well, she's a real world, legitimate, strong female, which is awesome. So, do you have Disney Plus?
I do, yeah.
Okay. So there's only 2 episodes. So if like maybe by next week you want to watch the 2 episodes and maybe the third. I know you got I know you got a lot going on because you got you got the little ones running around who keep you busy. So but it's also at the same time why we do this blindly. And I think some people, since this is only episode 2, I'm the one who follows pop culture. I'm the one who follows politics. I follow all this stuff. I'm very immersed in it, and quite frankly, it can be a little tedious. She is not. That's why I like her. If you check out her channel, we had a mutual follower on Twitter, mutual followers on Twitter. I checked out her channel, and she just does like makeup tutorials, and I was just like, and she just chats, just like kind of chats about what she thinks, talks to the chat, and it was actually kind of calming. It was like really relaxing because you're just like, oh, I can watch all. It's like, oh, what's she doing now? And I never thought it would be. So I was like, all right, I want to interview this person. And so we had an interview, and that's when we kind of, things came together, and we started talking about this podcast because she doesn't really follow any of this, and I follow all of it. So it's kind of like, the guy who knows too much, and then the real world person who gives a real world take. So you may not necessarily agree with me. I may say, oh, Star Wars is crap. They're bringing in identity politics. They're trying to do this, that, they're saying Orange Man bad, all that crap. What all the stuff that we've heard over the last like 5 years. And then of course I say that, and she's going to look at it in a different way, like going, oh, well, I don't think I necessarily see that. And the fact that she disagreed with me on a couple of things, I was like, that's what I want. I don't want someone who agrees with me 100%. And that's why this is going to be very successful. Also at the same time, well, the guys like you. I'm going to tell you what, you've been pretty popular in the chat. Yeah, you get a lot of comments on Twitter, trust me. So that definitely helps. Anyway, going back to the article, I just wanted to put that out there, what we're doing and how we're doing it. So by filling in the blanks of Boba Fett's past between the Return of the Jedi and where Star Wars picked him up again in the Mandalorian, which went forward, but then the Book of Boba Fett kind of notched it back a little bit. It kind of laid how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. The newest show is building the world that he inhabits and revealing the kind of man he is after all of his ordeals. So I'm not going to. I had some issues with some of the stuff, but at the same time, Boba Fett is the best bounty hunter in the system, so I did like the fact that he's hard to kill. He's hard to kill. Ming-Na Wen's Fennec Shan hasn't appeared in the flashback, but the actress counts herself as a fan of the storyline as well. She shared her thoughts on Boba Fett's journey with the Tuskens. The transformation journey took some big steps forward after Boba Fett helped the Tuskens learn how to defend their territory. Now, Saint Ravage says cancel Disney Plus. Dude, I'm 100% with you. And I don't support a lot of stuff Disney, but the only way I can review this stuff so you guys don't have to. And it's kind of like Gary too. I think Gary. Yeah, right. Yeah, Gary. We have to subscribe to them, or we have to dole out to deep waters to get this information so we can tell you, hey, don't watch that. Tabitha, Dreaming Tabitha, she is a big fan of the Wheel of Time books. I watched the show as a normie. I have no idea about the books. And I know that the books are not anything near what the show is, but I watched it. And so, we kind of compared and contrasted it. And of course, one of the main characters, they don't hint at it, but all of a sudden she's gay. Just gay. And I had somebody ask me who's actually a friend. They're like, well, how would you have them do that? Like, and I'm like, well, you could hint that she's, that she's interested in somebody else, maybe have a girl walk by who kind of smiles at her, and there's kind of like that side glance of like lust, and they kind of smile at each other. That would lend credence. It's kind of like a dude walking no. Christine the Killer Car, is my hubby Saint Ravage giving you a hard time? Hello, Nadine and Ryan. No, absolutely. Saint Ravage is always welcome here, as well are you. I like his I like the hard questions, because you know what? Unlike Jack Murphy's butthole dodging a dildo, I don't dodge those super chats. We're not there yet. Saint Ravage, I've been anti-Disney for years, long before it was cool. Well, no, I believe you. Trust me, I believe you. I was a stockholder for the longest time, and then of course when they kind of doubled down after the shareholders meeting, I was done. So I think the Book of Boba Fett is worth a watch. The first episode is, I would give it a 5.7. The second episode, I'd probably give it a 6.8. So it's definitely worth a check out. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It definitely has a lot of stuff to build on, but I think they're trying to build it respectfully in the right way. And anybody in the chat is always welcome. Nadine and I don't, shy away from that. It's one reason that I wanted to do this with her, because she's got a strong personality. So we are about 13 minutes away from calling it, because we're a little bit late. So I am going to end this with the wonderful, the illustrious, the Chatterbait streamer with his fiance, Jack Murphy. Well, and I'm not trying to pile on Jack Murphy, but the problem is that a lot of stuff keeps coming out about him, and it doesn't stop. It's like the train wreck that just doesn't stop piling up. Jack Murphy. So, from the Daily Beast, conservative flying freak flags embrace being the villain. Yeah, I don't know what that means. This is Jack Murphy, and do not contact Jack Murphy on Twitter. Do not contact him on his YouTube. You probably can't, because he has disabled comments. Do not, I repeat, do not. Do not. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Do not contact his fiance. Please don't. We're gonna keep the roast here. That's what it's all about. Saint Ravage, don't listen to at Christine the Killer Car. She's just mean. Well, I mean, she does have a demon soul. She's possessed. So you have Christine the Killer Car, and you have Saint Ravage. Who is truly right? I'll let the chat decide going forward. So Nadine knows a little bit about this. Jack Murphy is a political commentator. He wrote the book Democrat to Deplorable. He blew up, and which there's nothing wrong with that. That was a big thing back in like 2018. Where it got skewed, and we're going to go forward and learn about this. I will cover this whole article as our end stream. The conservative movement is depraved and descendant. Okay. And no, I'm not saying this because of impending anniversary of January 6th. I love the language. I love it. It's like the world is falling apart. Like, these people are weirdos, which does happen to feature the freakish QAnon shaman. Oh, good God, the QAnon shaman. And Nadine, you know who the QAnon shaman is, right? You don't? Oh, okay. It was the horned guy with like the buffalo, like what? Yeah, it was that guy. Saint Ravage asked, "Hey, what was the deal with Tim Pool the other day? Did he really get swatted, or was it a stunt?" No, he really got swatted. There's actually video footage. If you go on Twitter, he posted his driveway footage to where he thought it was only two police officers showing up to, like, like check things out. But no, there were about 8 to 9 patrol cars that showed up. However, his CTO saw the cameras, walked outside with their hands up, explained the situation, and then of course let the police in, even though Tim really wasn't down with that because he's about come back with a warrant. But no, the show did continue on. He was interviewing Brandon Tatum, the former police officer. So no, that is 100% real. There is video footage of that. So no, Tim Pool is not pulling a stunt. I will say this from Jeremy from the Quartering, there are not many people who know where Tim Pool live. And Tim Pool is one of those people who is so conspiracy oriented that I think it would probably be very hard to get the public records. So I'm not saying impossible, but it is possible that someone who did this knew previously where he lived. Now that we're not implicating anybody. We're not implicating Jack Murphy, who is his legal name is John Goldman. We do not incriminate here. It is just hearsay at best. Christine the Killer Car, I'm always right. Army vets are always right. Well, she's not wrong. That's right. You got to respect the Army vets. No, we're not always right. I would say that women are probably right more often than men are. So I'll go with that. I'm definitely wrong a lot. She says I don't either. And Saint Ravage, Christine the Killer Car, definitely having some fun with his wife in the chat. Nadine is texting her boyfriend. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I'm so messing with you. I don't know. I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. She's all like paranoid. She's like, this motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? So anyway, if we're gonna get back to the story, my statement was actually prompted by the mass horrendous event in Denver last week. The bad person interacted with several alt-right manosphere authors on Twitter. That is not Jack Murphy's fault. That is not anybody else's fault. You do not get to pin what one weirdo loser did on somebody else. It's not the way it works. You don't get to do that. I don't care. The Daily Beast is garbage. Who used to go by the name John Goldman. He was briefly in the news a few years ago after he was fired for writing some crazy misogynistic stuff like feminists need to be great. No, that's definitely not what it was. It was an article about how him and after his divorce, he got into some very, very, very weird stuff with his significant other. And they like to cuck each other out. Do you know what that is? Yeah. I'm not going to comment on what anybody wants to do in the privacy of their own home. But he did write an article about it where he says that they like it rougher and they're into kind of BDSM kind of stuff, where he says that I like tying little girls up. I don't think he meant like little girls, like actual little girls. I think he meant like, of age, but younger age, that kind of flock to that promiscuous lifestyle. I can't say. This is just hearsay on my part and the way that I possibly interpreted it. But there was an article, I'm sorry, there was a clip on Tim Pool where he talked about the fact that is he the one who put it online? Yes, he absolutely is. His name is John Goldman. That's his real name. However, to write that article on his vlog, he took the pseudonym of Jack Murphy, which is his grandfather's name. His dead grandfather's name is Jack Murphy. So that's not even his real name, Jack Murphy. It's John Goldman. And he even got resistance in the comments for the vlog, and he argued with them then, and that was back in 2015. I know that this is, I'm not showing a lot of evidence to this, but trust me, it's all over the place. You can check Twitter, you can check the Quartering, Tim Pool, Geeks and Gamers. Well, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, his personal channel, D-Day Cobra. It's all over the place. The Nick Rekieta, Yellow Flash, Adam Krigler. The list goes on because I've watched all these videos or collaborations of videos, and it's rough. It really is rough. He was on Tim Pool talking about the fact that males don't reach their sexual prime until like their 30s, and women reach their sexual prime in their 20s. However, he did make the comment that that 15-year-old girls are women because they're good to go. Yeah, I'll let you comment. That's kind of how I feel. I know that human beings have done like some really super screwed up crap. Yeah, he said 15. Oh, he absolutely said 15, Christine. He said 15 on Tim Pool. That 15-year-old girls are not, they're not girls. They're women because they are of age to breed. And he also cites that, yes, in history of humankind, 15, yeah, St. Ravage, you're not wrong. Murphy is a scumbag.
Yeah, when people died at 15.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like procreate and you died at 30 years old, and because your lifespan was not, it was very limited. Sure, but it's not the 1600s.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not even the 1800s where that was still probably somewhat, the early 1800s where it was somewhat still acceptable. Moving on, in addition to holding this once prestigious fellowship, this Alpha Chad, I don't know what trad means, but everybody's calling him an Alpha Chad. Yeah, Christine, the Killer Car says douchebag. You're not wrong. It wasn't, it's really funny. None of this would have come to light had he not reacted the way he did. So he was on Sydney and Elijah's podcast for the Blaze. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's you are here. And there was a super chat for $5 that said, "Hey, Jack Murphy, could you talk about the cuck article you wrote back in 2015?" He's like, "Look, whatever you think about it, it wasn't what it was. It's completely 180 degrees of what you think." And he just kind of skated by it. He did decent. It wasn't super, but then again, like 10 minutes later, there was another chat, a super chat for $10, which on You Are Here, they read all the super chats. Just like here. Here you go. Here you go. Christine, the Killer Car. He went after Nick Rekieta. Not a smart move. No, absolutely not a smart move. Nick Rekieta is a lawyer who owns his own law firm, and he has an online presence where he makes money there too. So Nick Rekieta is not hurting. But had Christine, the Killer Car said, I think Ryan likes taking it up the b-hole, I would put it on screen and be like, all right, well, apparently I like it up the b-hole. I don't who cares? It's the internet. If it's not true, it doesn't bother you. But the second super chat for $10, he flipped out. He's like, you for this. He's like, you for bringing this up. And he's like, oh, why are you doing this to me? And he just like loses his mind on Sydney, Sydney, who she literally in the same super chat, she reads the name, which is Mr. Dick and Balls. And Elijah was like, see, she just reads the super chats and she doesn't cognitively like filter them. Yeah. It just like, so anyway,
I get mad at her.
Yeah, there was no reason to get mad at her. But he.
You put it out there, dude.
Yeah,
It's not like. And then people were just like found out. And they were just like, whoa,
yeah.
How about this?
He put it on the internet, the article, and then of course come to find out in 2019, after he had wrote that book of Democrat to Deplorable, went with the whole I'm a conservative man now, I believe in God, I believe in being the best man you can be. He took it a very different direction because him and his wife were doing Chatterbait. Well, his girlfriend at the time, fiance now. We are going to get through the rest of this article and then we're going to close it because we are over an hour. So, in addition to holding the once prestigious fellowship, also runs a $99 a month private men-only community, the Liminal Order. He charges $99 a month. He had at one time 700 members. That is $70,000 a month to tell other men how to be men. Saint Ravage says, let's just list this out. Former Democrat, a cuck, an advocate for grape, a child enthusiast, and he takes it up the butt. Yeah, there's a video of him taking it up the butt on Chatterbait. Saint Ravage hit the nail on the head. Oh, he hit the nail on the head. So, embrace it. He has. Yeah, he embraced all of it. I'm gonna tell you that right now because there's a video of it. Well, he isn't responsible for the revenge killings that a fan. Yeah, of course. Oh, you put this like down here now. The Daily Beast. What a trash. Including something he wrote in 2015 about sharing his hot young girlfriend with a stranger from Tinder, Matt from Tinder. He's the ultimate Chad. Just before Christmas, Sydney Watson asked Jack Murphy about it on the Blaze TV, and it did not go well. He cursed her and attempted to intimidate her for bringing up the incident. It is interesting, the ironic that the same type of macho alpha males who call other people cucks keep turning out to be literal cuckolds. Okay, Jack Murphy is not. This is they're trying to brainwash the situation. So what do you kind of think about have to run, have a phone call? Great show. Christine, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. I need to step away real quick to use the restroom. Let people know what you think about the situation so far as you've heard it, Nadine, because I want to know what you think.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't even really know about this guy, and I didn't even really look into it. What I'm hearing is if you share something that people are going to find and it's true, and it is what it is, and you just gotta live with it. Another thing that I thought of too with this whole the whole Chad thing, and it kind of leads you into we were talking about before, whatever you're going to do in your personal life, you do in your personal life, and Jesus, everybody has different things that they want to do. But on the same hand, it just really shows you how much people pretend, and especially pretend online. You're going to come out and be like, yeah, I'm a truth macho dude and everything like that. Then you get people believing, all this stuff, and they don't necessarily have the same faith as you do, and it kind of diminishes. So, that's why I don't particularly. When I first found out about this, I'm like, this is why I don't particularly follow or willingly follow anybody as far as listening, treating everything that they say as gospel or anything like that, because people are just human, and there's no person that's better than anybody else. There's nobody that's perfect, but on the same hand, people are making money off it. This dude makes so much money, trying to tell these dudes, hey, this is how you're this macho guy and everything like that, and then it turns out that
I mean,
I don't know.
and yeah, if you look at him, I mean, he looks like someone who, he plays the part really well, and I think that's where a lot of people have gotten irritated about it. He played a part.
Yeah, it's playing part. It's being pretend. It's what most people do online. They just pretend. They're acting. They're actors. Um, and that's one thing. Like I get a lot of people telling me, like, "Wow, I'm glad you're so real." Like, whatever I do, I'm not acting. I'm just doing the dumb shit that I normally do, like every day, driving in my car or yelling at people or doing my makeup, taking pictures or something. In the summer, I was like killing bees that were in my porch, like just like normal stuff. Like I'm not gonna pretend. I guess you can get a lot of people to follow you and like you by pretending, absolutely, or just saying, well, this is my take. This is what you should do. I can tell anybody what to do. Like, people are gonna do whatever they want to do, but then you see, like I said, people make it like so it was like $99 a month, and this was just like him like telling dudes like this is how you're like how you be a man.
Yeah, it was. I want to go to bat for the guy. I really do. Saint Ravage, laugh out loud. I've seen the videos of Nadine yelling at traffic. They're hilarious. I believe that. I 1000% believe that. I want to end the stream on this with checking out Nadine's channel, because I want to get her to 500 subscribers, and that is my goal, to get her to 500 subscribers. I'm going to take my face out of it. I have to share the screen, dude. Maybe tonight I'll figure out how to do this crap. it's like amateur hour featuring Ryan. Check out Nadine's channel. I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't want to check out a stream with this person who does very much all different kind of makeup styles? It's awesome. I mean, look at that. You're talking about hours and hours and hours of content of how to do makeup and chatting, and it's like that's a gold mine. And I have not watched this video yet, but it is on my list to watch, because I actually watch her videos. That's not a joke. And they're fun to watch. So Nadine, I would like to go out with you, letting everyone know what is coming up for you. Where do you want to go? How do you want to see your channel grow? And I'm just glad that we get to do this on a Friday basis. It's going to be a lot of fun, because I consume too much online content, and the fact that you give a very base take to all of it makes more sense, because my brain can go here to here to here to here, and you're just like, well, this is what I'm going to think. I think about this, and it's just like, it's real easy going. So, we're gonna go out with Nadine. She's going to tell you all about where she wants to take things in the future and what she wants to see for the future of this podcast. And I mean, because she is an equal partner. So Nadine, it's all you.
Yeah. I just like you, like different. Like I like talking about stuff. I don't talk about things all day long, and even if it's something that I don't know about, I like to hear about it and just be like, oh, that's how this is. And then on my channel, same thing. Like that's just when I was told about like the live, and then yeah, I actually got it. I had some wine, and then I got information about it yesterday. It was like, okay, I guess it's out. It's out. I'm gonna talk about it. But that's the main thing is like I would watch makeup tutorials by people, and like then it was mostly them talking about their life or what about at Ulta and stuff like that. And like I don't have those things, and it makes use it as an escape from my life, but I'm always like, say something in the chat, like ask me something, like let's talk about something. It's just me doing my makeup, but then also talking about whatever, and I like engaging people into talking. I'm not one to sit there like people will be like, what is this about you? And then I'm like, I don't know. Like, I could tell you stories. Like if somebody's like, hey, tell me about stories when you were 5, I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, let's do that. So, yeah, and then with this going on with us, it's just something that's a little bit different. But like you were saying before, it's good because we're not on the same like level of knowing things, but then on the same hand, we also have like a good way of like talking.
I would agree. I could not have said it better. You're very good at this. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're a very honest person, and that's what the internet likes. I think I think the internet is tired. Normal people are tired of bullshit stories, and that's why they turn to normal people like you and I, who just want to have an honest conversation. And
yeah, like I said before, the pretending, it was good for a while, but I think, and again, even just talking about pretending, like if I'm not posting things a lot, it's probably because maybe I'm having a bad day or something, but I'm not going to bring my bad day into it, because a lot of people tell me, and I get it a lot, is like, your posts make my day, you make me smile.
Oh, I see the comments. You definitely make a lot of people smile. You do.
I even told somebody recently, like I can have 1,000 people on my photos tell me that I'm beautiful, which is great, and I appreciate that. It's like that's not like I didn't do that. I was just like I was born like this. But when people tell me that I'm funny or I made their day, I'm like, yeah, like you thought it was funny. That's awesome. I was just like, maybe people think this is hilarious. So
No, you are funny. You really are funny, and I like the fact that you ham it up. You're kind of a dork. You get on your phone and you do goofy stuff, and that's one reason. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I Twitter stalked your profile, and I'm like, oh, who is this? And I'm like, we have mutual followers. I was like, all right. And I'm just like kind of scrolling. I'm like, she seems funny. I'm like, I want to talk to her. I want to see if she wants to do an interview. Yeah, that's history right there. So
life on this. I'm like, this shit is hilarious. There's a clip of me like sitting in Dollar General parking lot, like eating hot tamales, and I'm like, I should just make a video of me like eating at
I'll have to send you a clip or two from last night. Of course, then the next time we talk Star Wars, I need to bring you on because I knew that you had I knew that you had the the Yoda, the baby Yoda, but I didn't realize that you were a little more into Star Wars than I thought. So
First, like I enjoy it, and ever since I was little, I did, but I don't have like not like.
no, I would. Well, I'm not even completely knowledgeable either because I have some gripes with some things. But the book of Boba Fett kind of intrigued me because I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I really like it," and I was like, "All right." And then I watched the first episode. I was like, "Okay, it was okay, but it had its problems." And then, of course, the second episode he liked more. And then I heard from other people the second episode was a lot better, so that's why I kind of checked it out. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it with the kids. I think they'll like it. It's definitely something that I think would intrigue them, and it would probably even intrigue you. So it's worth a watch. So we're gonna say goodnight, guys, and we're gonna count things out. And appreciate you stopping by, everyone in the chat. This has been great. We're gonna start narrowing down the platform a little bit. I've been broadcasting a lot of this stuff on my main channel. It's not what my main channel is about, but at the same time, That's okay. It will be unlisted on my main channel after this because pop culture goes on only Legion Talk. Go over to Nadine's channel, Multifaceted with Nadine. Follow her on Twitter at Hope Warrior 615. We got the scroller going, so definitely check her out for those of you who have not. But you know what? That's what's important is building up my podcast partner, because she's awesome and she's a lot of fun to talk to. Saint Rabbit says, thanks, guys. Very fun stuff. Eat lasagna. You got it, buddy. You got it. Well, we'll see you guys later. Appreciate y'all.